Morning. It's currently Wednesday, March 25th, 8:45 in the AM. It's time for another Waffle Wednesday. So let's get going. Before we get started on all the skincare and stuff, I'm going to go do my hair. So I will clap back in as soon as I do that, and then we'll start on the skincare and the brushing teeth of it all. You know what I mean? For hair, we're gonna use, I've been doing like washing this stuff, so I'll use a leave-in conditioner and like a gel for a bit of definition. So for gel, we're going in with the Big Papa, and then for leave-in conditioner, we're going in with this one. So I'll come back in after I do all that stuff. We're back. Hair is all done. Hair is all finished. My hair is still giving asymmetric, like it's still slanted like this, because this side is higher than this one. And I honestly think it's because I sleep on this side, so like I pull like the hair off of this, you know what I mean? And then this one isn't being stretched as far, so if you guys have any way to fix this, let me know. But it's just, we're asymmetric today. We're asymmetric bobbing. We're nice and hydrated. The air has been hikey kind of dry lately, so. And then this is simply just to catch any runoff from the water or the conditioner while I do my stuff. But now we're gonna get in and we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna brush my teeth first, then wash my face, and then get dressed. Okay, everyone. We're back. We're all dressed and ready. Okay, before we even get started and I tell you what today is going to be all about, I really want to invent. Well, I think I need a compression shirt. I think I need one. Something in my soul is telling me that I need one, and my ego is telling me I need one. I don't know. But my ego has been telling me a lot of things lately, but we'll dive into what my ego has been saying later on. Anyways, I high-key wanted to just take a moment to just kind of like relax and settle for a second. I feel like now that we're past the halfway point of second semester, I feel like everything's gonna start to like ramp up and get real intense real quick. So I feel like it's very important to find moments where you're allowed to not allowed, but find moments where you can, because you are allowed to like sit back and just let space be and let time be and just, just hang out for it all. So that's what this kind of is. I'm just gonna chat for a second, and you can skip past this if you want, if you just want to go right on about the day and what I do next, or you can sit with me and just relax and hang out and maybe treat this, well, you could treat this as like a phone call or like a podcast, but this isn't true podcast right now, you know what I mean? You could treat this as a phone call, but like you're muted because like you're peeing or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're chilling, taking in the sun because we love the sun. Don't worry, I have on my sunscreen, as you guys seen. But taking in the sun because we love the sun and we need the sun very, very much, more than we like to admit. So, we're just chilling, we're just relaxing, hanging out. Honestly, I'm very excited for today. I feel like I have a lot planned, more than my usual Wednesdays personally. So maybe this video might come out on Thursday instead of Wednesday night. Well, for me, on the East Coast, my Waffle Wednesdays come out Thursday at midnight. But for the people back home, for a majority of the people that watch them, it comes out around like 9 p.m. Not EST, wow, crazy work, PST, so maybe it might be a bit later, maybe around like 10 or 11, but it is what it is. At least I put out something, you know what I mean? So there's that. But yeah. Not even to play like woo Barbie or anything, but just taking spaces and moments to kind of ground yourself and like recenter before you go on about your day is so important, especially like now. And I feel like I've been doing that a lot since I've started school here, so that's where we're at. That's what's going on. So yeah, just remember to ground yourself and to take breaks if you need to. So there's that. Okay, now I think we can get started. I've grounded, we're here. Also, if you check the clip before, I pulled out black cargo pants. I looked at them for too long and I didn't want to wear them. So that's why I'm wearing black sweats now, just so you know. Yeah, let's get going about the day. All right, everyone. Time check. We're at 9:40. On the docket today, I have class. I have a meeting for a new position. I also need to go to the store. I have training. And if you've seen in that last clip, there's some laundry we gotta do. So we're probably going to podcast. So if you're not a fan of the podcast of it all, sucks to be you because you're missing out. However, I think they're really fun. I like doing them. So I will continue to do them because as much as this video is for my people back home, these videos are also my own video diary and video log. So I like to go week by week and see what's changed. And I feel like a lot has changed from last week. So that's what's going on. That's what we're doing. I am going to make breakfast. Breakfast being cereal and a protein shake. So let's get going on all that. Okay, cereal is made, some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then for me in my house, I like using the cereal milk to make my protein shake after, so that is definitely what's gonna be happening, so be ready for that one as well. But I'm gonna lock in, not even lock in, I'm about to just sit here, enjoy my time, ground myself one more time before we get started with the day for real. I'm gonna watch the Upstairs Neighborhoods podcast, eat this cereal, have some water, like, today is a good day. Like today's gonna be a great day. So that's where we're at, that's what's going on. I will catch you in the next clip when I'm making my protein shake.
Working out or whatnot, that doesn't really feel comfortable, right? But it's not necessarily eliciting pain. So that's important. And we talked about already if it's cardiac or thanks. We'll see you guys next week.
Class done. I'm now on my way to my meeting for the position, and then we go home and relax for a second, and then double back out to go to the store and then grab dinner and then train. Okay, we're back. We're back in the dorm. I just changed my shirt into what I'm gonna wear for practice. But right now we're gonna head to the store. I'm gonna grab cream of chicken soup because hashtag craving it, and it's high-key cheap, so I will take that. And then my friend's birthday is today, so we are going to go and grab like a lunch with her at 3. I don't know if I'll eat anything too insane, so there's that. And then I go in and do recovery, or like recovery before training. I'm just gonna put heat on my back and my thigh or my hamstring and see how that goes. Meeting went really well. They want me to be an ambassador, so basically somebody who just goes around and does tours for the campus and just kind of talks about the school. I can do that. I can yap. So fucking easy, so fucking simple. What I will say is, they like me. They liked me, so hey, that's a win. And honestly, I don't know, it's a good little in-between thing. A bit more cash. I'm not gonna say no to a bit more cash, so there's that. So I'm gonna go grab this soup right now at the store, come back, and then I'm also gonna try and do a couple of assignments, or like discussion boards. Wow, what? Crazy. Let me restart. I'm gonna try and do a couple of discussion board posts and assignments when I come back before we go into recovery for training. And then that's it. I'll come home, make dinner, which is gonna be the soup because it's gonna be the soup. And then go from there. So that's where we're at, that's what's going on. I will check in either at the store, at lunch, or when I'm putting heat on my hamstring and back. I'm at the store and I got soup, floss, and cheese. Young Ho grocery list.
Who that? Well, Anna, happy birthday. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed dinner.
Oh, no. You're gonna roll them over.
Training
You're gonna
done.
lift them.
We're not recovery.
All your ADLs are gonna.
I'm gonna blow up. How about that? Okay, we're back in the dorm. I'm going to shower and do my nighttime skincare. I'll cut back in. We're gonna do laundry first, then we'll make dinner. We'll laundry podcast, then make dinner, and then my closing statements, and then we're done for today. So that's where we're at. This is going on. I will catch you in a minute. Okay, everyone, it's time to podcast and do my laundry. Okay, so for this podcast, I'm not really going to end up pictures or nothing because, again, all of this stuff, a majority of this stuff has been the same over the last couple of days, over the last week of what I've been listening to, what I've been consuming in terms of media, what I've been, just kind of taking in. Firstly, talking on music, there it is. I have been loving still X-Love a lot lately. I don't know where it's coming from or why, but I've been loving X-Love a lot lately. Alicia Cara, Don Toliver, Luke Chang, Hearts to Heart with Rude, if you know, you know. What else? I have also been loving yesterday actually, I listened to this song called All Res by Go Go Penguins, I think. And let me say this, I knew I liked jazz. Like, I knew I already liked jazz, but like, damn do I like jazz. Like, that shit is so good. Like, I really want to go to a jazz bar during the summer, so maybe I'm gonna try and find one in Sacramento, and then like I can make it a little thing with my friends and I, and like we dress up in like nice little brown or orange colored outfits, and like we hang out at this jazz bar and just have a good time, you know what I mean? What else? In terms of TV shows, movies, One Piece is still the big one. I only watch One Piece on the weekends though, so recently, over the past weekend, I actually hit episode 500, which is crazy because I literally started the show, like 3-4 months ago. Like, it's crazy how much time I've already put into it, you know what I mean? And it's one of those shows where it's like, of course it's mad long and we know it's mad long, but
since it's mad long, they're able to flesh out the characters and they're able to add in a whole bunch of characters and talk about crazy different subjects, you know what I mean? So I definitely think everyone should watch One Piece. At least up until watch One Piece up until Shibundi. No, okay, because that's where it gets good and you're gonna be hooked by then anyway. So I think everybody should watch One Piece up until at least Alabasta. I think that's where everybody should watch because you meet everyone, you get everyone's backstory, and it's fun. Like literally what I would give to be on the Straw Hat Crew. You know what I mean? And if you do watch it, please understand and know that I am Chopper and Chopper is me. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. What else? I also... What's the word I'm looking for? No, not the word. What else? Oh, the pit. The pit of it all. We love the pit here. New episode coming out tomorrow, actually. And I'm so excited because... Well, in the last episode, the cliffhanger they left us on is just really insane. And, like, it's literally the last hour of the shift. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, I'm sorry, girl. Y'all gotta go into overtime. Like, I don't know. It's fucked up. Like, I don't know. What else? Paradise has been really good lately. I've been loving Paradise. And I've been, the last episode that they just put out, the cliffhanger that left us on was also crazy. I have my own theories and thoughts as to who's what and what's going on in the show, but that's either here nor there because, you know, maybe my theories are wrong or maybe they're right. And if they're right, then I will know that they're right. And that's just what it is. MF, what else? I've still been reading my regular Shmegula webtoons. Unordinary, Superfish, Love Bites, the other ones I listed off. MF and what else? Still listening to the same podcast, Beer Sauce, Upstairs Neighbors, still consuming Cloud9 content, still consuming 9 to 5 content, still consuming Beer Sauce for Episode Petty. Lately I've been getting a lot of Pocopia content on my YouTube, like Explore page and For You page and recommended stuff, so I've been watching that and that's honestly been really fun. I feel like it's been good because it's kind of like I'm playing the game but I'm not playing the game, so I don't spend money I don't have on a Switch 2 in the game, you know what I mean? What else? Well, not really media much, but just talking about my week and Hikey today. MFN today training was good. We played a game between some of the teammates, which was really fun. Recently, I've been talking about how I've been doing high jump. Today we cleared like the usual first height that they put us at for meets, which is 140 centimeters, so it's like 4 feet, which I feel like isn't insane. However, and like I cleared it today, but a part of me is like, it's not enough to just like be just barely clearing it. Like I want to make sure that I'm clearing it easily, so that way when I go up later on, like it's easy to clear the next few heights, you know what I mean? Speaking of track and field still, I actually found my old records and times from high school, and my record in high school, which was back in 2017, so I must have been like 15 or 16, was 56.58. So literally sub 1 minute for the 400, and my goal, or not my goal, and then for the 800, it was 2 minute 18 second. So my goal for sure for the 800 is try and go for sub 2. And then my goal for the 100, for the 400 is to try and go sub 50. I feel like I can do it. I feel like, you know, as I've been training, I've been pushing myself. Granted, even though I have an injury right now, I've been working pretty hard and like making up for it and adapting my right leg stride and my my overturn and like my drive phase and stuff. So I feel like right now I'm just kind of at a weird spot. It's like a good spot in terms of what I could possibly do and beat and set in terms of records at the meet, but it's still, you know, I just want more. For me in my house, I just want more. But tomorrow Friday, I'm supposed to be working with the athletic trainer who's gonna do some stuff with my leg to try and help implement it, because when I met with him initially before our break, I think it was before winter break, I think, or spring break, one of the two, I met with him. I think I put it probably in one of these videos. But I met with him and he gave me like a stretching routine to do. And I talked to him today and I was like, so I've been using the same stretching routine you gave me. I've been icing every day using the reboot because that seems to help, but like my hamstring is not getting any better. And personally, for me to beat the times and set the times that I want this meet, this hamstring has got to be better than what it is right now. Like, literally has to be. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, you know what I mean? So, hopefully whatever he does on Friday is gonna be helpful. You'll probably hear about that next week on Wednesday when I go over it again. If I remember. If not, then I don't know. You'll see. You'll see. Next week is also my first track meet for outdoor season. So honestly, if I do, I don't know if I'll do a Waffle Wednesday next week, but maybe make it like a waffle week or a waffle weekend and like just record my whole week and just go from there. Because I feel like, well, you guys see everything I do on Wednesdays, which is literally the point of the video, you know what I mean? But like, I think it'd be nice to kind of show you what I go through on a week by week basis, because there's more to what I do here at school and in Fort Kent than just my class on Wednesday, you know what I mean? Than my class on Wednesday and my training on Wednesday and like literally my same skincare morning routine, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much more that I do. Speaking of which, on more that I do, MFN, I think I talked about it earlier in the video. I got the position. I'm now a student ambassador for UMFK. Woo, cheer! It's honestly, it sounds like a fun position. How they were explaining it to me is more so like a, like, I'm more so doing like tours and stuff for incoming students and whatnot. So this Friday is our Bengal Bound Day, and I'm already working it in the morning with SAB, Student Activities Board, because I'm vice president for that. And then from there, MFN, I will go and I do training in the morning at like 11. And then out of that, out of that, they have tours and stuff going on around like 1:32. So after I get out of training, which should be relatively easy because it's just speed work, MFN, I will walk around and do tours with people and kind of like get a grasp for it, and then later on they'll be like, oh, we have a tour this day, are you free to do it, so on and so forth. So another little bit of income, definitely need that, because ooh, girl, I'm trying to pay off my debt. I have a concert ticket to pay for. I have 2 concert tickets to pay for. If you know who you are, I'm sorry, please just give me a bit more time. Well, the one concert is further in advance, so I feel like I have a bit more time, but the other one is like a larger amount, so I'm like trying to get that one together first. At least try and get them both to like the same number, and then from there, like dig at it slowly but surely, you know what I mean? So that's where we're at, that's what's going on. Laundry's all folded, so I'm gonna put this away, cut this here, and we'll cut in while I'm making dinner, which is gonna be cream of chicken soup and some rice that I have left over, so don't expect nothing crazy, and then we'll cut there. Okay, I'm gonna set you up for dinner. Dinner is this Chestnut Hill cream of chicken condensed soup. I'm literally gonna put the soup into the pot and then put like put water into the can and then put it in there. And then me, in my house, I'm African American. I season any and everything. So we're gonna season with some pepper. And we're also going to season with some Cajun seasoning, because why not? And then also, I'm gonna be eating the soup with this leftover rice. I'm probably gonna use like a quarter of it, depending on how hungry I am. And then I have leftover soup and leftover rice for another meal, most likely tomorrow. So I'm gonna set you up and then let's get going. Okay, soup is on the stove. I know it looks crazy right now, but don't worry. So we're just gonna let this simmer, let this cook. I'll check in as soon as I have the soup and the rice all together, and then we'll do my closing statements, and then that'll be it for tonight. So that's what's going on. I will check in with you later. Okay, everyone, we're here. I'm gonna watch Kepler's highlight medley. I'm also going to eat my dinner. Soup, rice. I have Gatorade and water. That's it for Wednesday. Not much else for today. Thanks for watching. Still up in the air on if I'll do a full week vlog next week, or maybe I might just save it and do a giant week-long vlog at the end of the semester when we're heading to nationals and I'm packing to go home and a whole bunch of other stuff. So up until then, that's where we're at. That's what's going on. I will definitely catch you guys in the next one next week for another Waffle Wednesday. So see you then.